All right, here we are, Tainted Therapy, episode 8 with Jacob Ramirez. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Last time we did one of these, we did two of these, actually. The first one was not a success. We did it, and then it got deleted by something, and then we did some bullshit Skype one.
It was what it was.
It was what it is, and it is what it is now, evidently. It's just as scuffed. It'll always be like this, but... Yeah, what's been going on recently? What are you working on?
So I'm not sure when this episode will come out, but I'm pretty sure the album will already be out. We're just finished my second album. It's set for release February 13th. If it's already out when this episode comes out, I hope you guys have been enjoying it, and if it doesn't, then I hope you guys are anticipating it, and I hope you guys do enjoy it when it comes out.
I think the advantage is that there's a lot of months of anticipation before the shit comes out. I think that's important. Like, you give people something to look forward to after a while.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like promoting the album is like one of the best parts, because you could just go all out, get as crazy as you want. I think with the first album, I just posted like a picture with the song title and just put a description, what the song was about, like what it meant to me. But this time around, like, I wanted to go all out and actually like record myself talking about it, show like little snippets of the song.
Yeah.
Just get the people hyped up a little bit more.
Yeah, that sounds great. You're doing these extra kind of multimedia things to, get people excited for this stuff. Have you thought about doing, or not thought about, but has it ever been in your mind to make a music video for stuff, or have some visuals to the songs?
Yes. I don't know if we'll be able to get to it before the album drops, but there are some songs on here that I've had ideas for music videos for. One of them, I was gonna try to get it done before the song dropped, Agent Orange Juice, because I feel like this song in of itself tells a story, and I really wanted to try to bring that to life on film, because even though I haven't made a film in a while, I still love to film stuff, just create, and seeing it brought to life on film. It's still one of my passions, even though music's kind of taken over it. But yeah, I still think a music video will come out for one of the songs.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, because you started with the video making and the short film stuff.
Yes.
And that kind of transformed into what you're doing now. Not transformed, but you've transitioned into that. So
yeah,
that's something you're going to look into later, just to kind of combine those two facets of your creativity, I would think.
Yeah, blanking.
It's all right. You're good.
Yeah, I started with filmmaking before I even learned how to play guitar, or learn how to play any instrument. So just being able to create my own things, whether it be a Halloween movie or a Scream movie, or just something that me and my friends would just make up on the spot. Whether it be slasher, us running around with just guns in my backyard.
Yeah.
That's how I got started with that. But because I got into music, I've always thought about making these music videos for my songs. I've done a couple of them myself, for Suburban Paradise, my old band. I did Gary Come Home, just filmed my cat leaving and me crying. And then for our last project, Conclusions, I just compiled a bunch of old show footage of us performing our song Caffeine and Nicotine. And we put that out I'm pretty sure when the EP dropped.
When the EP dropped for the Suburban Paradise, right?
Yeah, Conclusions. That was bittersweet too, because I remember when that EP dropped, I was excited. Because I felt like when we broke up, I'm pretty sure it came out June 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that was our best form. We sounded our best. And all of us, not just my guitarist, who was the primary songwriter, all three of us were bringing ideas to the table. And even I was singing on that EP. That was my first time uh, where one of my original tracks was recorded, and one of that's pretty much where we got the band name High Old Friend, because that song High Old Friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then obviously Caffeine and Nicotine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like I was so excited for people to hear it and like hear what we created, and then like in the back of my mind, I was just like, "Fuck, that's it."
You right when you start reaching top form, it gets like kind of fucked up based on like what even happened. It was like somebody moved away or something, or
Yeah, so my old guitarist Matt, he moved to Japan to teach history, and my drummer, his brother Paul, he moved to Michigan. Now he's the director of a minor league hockey team.
oh, that's a what a trajectory that is.
Well, I always felt like passion was, or hockey was their second passion. So I'm glad that he found a way to like be able to do that for a living.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, when Conclusions dropped, I felt a little bit lost. Like I was happy that people were enjoying it, they were digging the songs, but it was it. That was it. There's no more Suburban Paradise after that.
Yeah, and you just had the inkling, you had the creativity buzzing through you at that point because you guys are at the top form. So you transition into the High Old Friend stuff. What was the first? Because I know you were with Joe to begin with, in order to get that kind of group going. I was wondering what is the first kind of session you guys had, or what's the first song you guys wrote together?
So before High Old Friend, we used to be in a band called Helljoy. That was our high school band that never really went anywhere. Once Joseph went to the Marines, that kind of put a halt to it, and then the Suburban Paradise story happened. When that ended from 2017, my time in the band from 2017 to 2022, I wanted to just take a break from music for a little bit, and I took a solid year off, and then I jumped back into it at first with just solo acoustic music under my name, and then I put out an album called Inside My Head. It's not that good, but I was starting to write for a second acoustic album, and then Joseph asked if I wanted to jam, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm down. I'm always down to play with Joseph." But when we got there, our old drummer, Cooper, was there, and he was down to jam with us. He just got a new drum set. I don't think he would mind me saying this, but he just got out of rehab, so he was clean and sober. Like he was rejuvenated himself to like get back into playing music. So we got together in his bedroom, and we just jammed out like what we knew from back in like 2016. And I feel like since all of us have actually had music experience since then, we just sounded a lot more tighter. So by the end of that practice, it seemed like a no-brainer that we would start it up. And then we didn't want to use the Helljoy name because it's honestly a shit name.
I don't know. I know a lot of shit-ass names out there, man.
So it didn't take long because I always liked the name High Old Friend. So I brought it to them, and they all agreed. And that's how High Old Friend was reformed.
Gotcha. So it was you, Joe, and Cooper.
Yeah.
Were the three.
And then we eventually added another guitarist for a brief period of time. His name was Alex, but honestly, he was more of a metal guitarist, and I don't really think he dug it that much.
Oh, got it.
Just playing like 3 chords.
Yeah.
But the first song that I wrote for High Old Friend was called Deterioration of Man. It's on our first album, The Fight. It just started with like 4 simple chords, and I was just playing them, and then I just ad-libbed the lyrics, just trying to figure out how the melody would go. And then once like I came up with something I liked, I started writing down the lyrics for it, and then I presented it to them, and they both liked it. So we just worked around it, and we always knew that was going to be the first single that we released. And I'm still proud of it. I still think still think it goes pretty hard.
That's good. So that's the first experience and first kind of romp through the music with you, Cooper, and Joe.
Yeah.
So so all of the fight was all three of you?
No. So our drummer kind of like started slipping a little bit. Like we would try to get some practices in, and when everything seemed like good to go, like we're ready, last second he would cancel, and this happened for like a good 2 months. And then me and Joseph, like, we were like contemplating just like giving up. And then I recorded a demo just by myself, just to see like if I could do this myself. And I have a cajon. If you guys don't know what a cajon is, it's a wooden box with snares in it. You just play it like mostly for acoustic stuff, but you could get like the bass drum and the snare sound. I bought like these two finger maracas. That's a substitute for cymbals. And I just mic'd it up to a way where it sounds somewhat close to a full set. And after that demo, I just brought it to Joseph, and I was like, dude, check this out.
So you just MacGyvered your way into having drums.
He liked it, so we kind of just discussed, like, we could do this shit by ourselves, like just us two. And once we finalized our decision, then we let them know, both Cooper and Alex, like, hey, this just ain't working out for us. We're just gonna do this ourselves, because Helljoy, High Old Friend, like, it's always been mine and Joe's. So I felt I didn't feel too bad.
I mean, if they seemed kind of fickle anyway, so it's, maybe it's best you guys just grab it yourselves.
Yeah, and they didn't take it to heart or anything. Like, they're pretty supportive. They're cool dudes.
Oh, that's good. No hard feelings between y'all.
Yeah. So like once we got that out of the way, we just immediately went into songwriting mode. Like, the lyrics on our first album, they were, I would say, about 70% of the album was written for the album. The other 30% were like songs that I've had from the Suburban Paradise days.
Just on the backlog in the notebooks, just going back to them.
But when I was writing like that 70%, I was going through some shit. So the album is, I listened back to it for the 1 year anniversary, the past December. And yeah, that was kind of uncomfortable to listen to.
And I have that experience too. You write something and you put it on wax, put it on pen to paper, put it on wax afterwards, and record and do all the mixing and mastering for it. You come back to it, it takes you right back to that spot that you were in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you get that
No,
emotion
fully.
coming out of it. Like you could write something super personal and then come back to it later. You get sucked right back into that mind state you were in. It's kind of dangerous in that way.
Because like the album opens up with Goodwill. That was supposed to be on my second acoustic album. I always liked the way that the guitars are on that one, and it's the only positive song on the album.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I threw in on the album version of Deterioration of Man. The album version starts out with a little monologue saying, "It's all downhill from here, motherfuckers." And I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I could still listen to that album and like know what headspace I was in for each song, like why I was feeling the way I was feeling when I was writing these songs, like the specific reasons why. And some of those songs I felt like a little petty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Especially Warm PBR. I think I was a little too hard on that one.
I gotcha. We don't have to go into it, but if you want to, go for it.
I think I'll save the super in-depth for the new songs.
Gotcha. Well, yeah.
I will talk about like the last two songs though, because since like we're talking about the origins, there's one song on there that I wanted to pay tribute to Joseph, because it kind of felt like a full circle moment, because like we started this together, and then we had a long break because Joseph went into the Marines, and then I I had Suburban Paradise responsibilities,
Yeah.
so you really couldn't restart Helljoy, Hi Old Friend. But because we're like together again making music, I really wanted to like pay tribute to him. Like he was my first bandmate. He'll always be my first bandmate, even if I'm doing this solo. Like he'll always be my bandmate.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote Bottle Caps.
Banger.
And
I love that song.
That was supposed to be a full band song, but the more like I was just jamming to it in my room, I was like, this will sound better acoustic. So I just went back into that headspace of 2017 when he first moved or went to the Marines. I was just thinking like, fuck dude, like he's doing what he wants to. No, I'm just here.
Yeah. Dude, I love that. It's like total campfire songy. Like I love the way that sounds. It's so catchy.
Yeah, and then throwing in the electric guitars like in the background as well.
Yeah,
I thought
dude.
that really like just brought everything together.
Yeah, that made it a vibe.
And then I swear, dude, the last fucking like the summer nights, empty streets, winter lights, empty dreams. The last one where like I have the high harmony and then the low harmony. That fucking scream I do in the last bar. That shit took at least like 10 tries. And I could still listen back to it and be like,
I know it's that song in particular takes me somewhere solemn. Like it's like it, of all the songs that you have, that one sounds the most bittersweet to me.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if you get that from it, but that's kind of where it takes me to like I don't know, like some kind of just like warm but cold place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, it's a song about your best friend, but like there is some darkness behind it too, because you know you don't want them to go and
Yeah.
they're gone. So you kind of think to yourself, well, what am I supposed to do now? But you're still happy for them.
Yeah, because they're doing what they want to do.
Now you have to figure out what you want to do as well. And I don't really think that dawned on me, because that's why I'm so grateful that Suburban Paradise hit me up like shortly after Joseph left, because I was seriously just thinking about quitting music and focusing on filmmaking full time. So I'm really happy that things worked out the way that they did, and I'm happy that what I envisioned for the song like came out pretty good, like in the actual recording. And then there's Valediction.
Yeah.
That one closes the album. I think Bottle Caps could have been a good closer, but I kind of want to just go out with a rock song. When I wrote that one at work, I would say like the 70% of the songs I wrote for the album, they were written at work on just a yellow sheet of a notepad.
Yeah, just during your downtime, just
Yeah.
thinking of shit.
I remember talking to Joseph about writing the song, and I told him, I was like, I'm gonna make a song that'll make everybody cry. So like, trigger warning. The song's like pretty much it's a suicide note. Like, I was just thinking, like, because I always think of stories in my head, I'll put them into songs. I was just thinking like valediction. I looked it up. It means the act of bidding farewell. So I wrote a song about pretty much this character saying his final goodbyes to his family and friends, and like asking for forgiveness.
Yeah, so that's from a fictional place. Like
Yeah.
this is a character you're building, and
Yeah, when I was promoting the album, I had to constantly say like, yeah, this song doesn't pertain to me. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm okay. But I remember showing my friend Mia that song for the first time, and she cried. Maybe it wasn't Mia, actually. No, I'm fucking dumb. It was somebody.
It was somebody for sure.
Yeah, but they actually had tears rolling down their eyes, and I was like, fuck yes. In the back of my mind, I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're
fuck
like-
yeah.
Yeah, it's exact. Yeah, cry, bitch.
I can evoke emotion.
Love that, dude.
Yeah, those two songs, those are definitely my favorites on the album. And
Yeah.
Mirror. I just like how progressive Mirror is because it doesn't follow like the typical song format of like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. That one's kind of all over the place, and I like that one for its uniqueness.
Mm-hmm. Just all the way through. I got the CD in my car. I put it on sometimes, and it's just on route. It repeats after. It's got a good little like swing to it. Like when you get to Valediction, and then like it starts over. Like it's got a good little like circle to it, if that makes sense.
That's another thing about like, it's not just making like the album, it's also like the placement of the songs as well. Because when, not only with Fight but for this new one, I just think I spent a good amount of time just organizing the track list just to make it flow.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like not enough people like really pay attention to that, and their album just sounds all over the place.
Yeah, I pay attention to that pretty good too. A transition from song to song that sounds great, like that keeps your attention so much. Like people, it's underrated, I think, nowadays.
I agree, because I feel like with an album, especially like the first 3 songs, like you have your album opener, that's introducing you to the album. But I've always felt like the album begins with the second song. Like we got the intro out, now we're gonna go.
Yeah, I think of it as booking a wrestling show, kind of like you start out with the big bang, and then you get to the start of everything. Like,
yeah,
that's how I've always thought about it. Anyway, like it should. I don't know. How do you feel about like having the title of the album as the first song?
I always.
Do you think it should be uniform like that, or does it really matter?
I always thought it didn't matter, but the more that I saw that bands do it, I was like, oh, okay, so that's just how it's supposed to be. Like the title track is always like the first song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I just got accustomed to that, like that being the norm. And then just recently I've started seeing like more bands like put it like in the middle of the album, or some bands will put it like Green Day's newest album, Saviors. The title track's like the second to last song. So I don't really think like it's mandatory to do that, but I feel like that song needs to like represent the album the best. I didn't want to do a title track for The Fight, so that one doesn't have it, but for this one, The Art of Not Giving a Fluff, I put a title track, and it's the first song on the album.
Gotcha. Well, hey, I do like that philosophy. Like this is what the album is. This is what to expect throughout. This is what we're starting with. I think that's good for just uniformity and letting people know what's going on, what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, I didn't call the song "The Art of Not Giving a Fluff." It's all abbreviated. It's AONGAF.
Yeah.
So I've just been calling it ONGAF.
ONGAF, that's a good one.
Especially because like the actual song itself doesn't say fluff. It's fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's a good censor, I guess. Yeah. So, not to break the flow, but I do have some questions here that I was trying to delve into a little bit. So yeah, we go through the track list, and I just kind of want to go through and like either quickly, or if you would like to delve into it, you can just kind of go through and tell me what that song like means to you and kind of the process of making it.
Okay.
So we have the first track, title track, on Gaff. So what would you say is the main kind of theme of that?
So
This kind of represents the whole thing, so I guess
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
I feel like this song sets the standard for the album, because just a little backtrack a little bit. When we did the fight, we were proud of it when it came out, but like I mentioned, listening back to it, it's really fucking depressing. So when me and Joseph started approaching the idea of doing more music, it was originally going to start out as a 6-song EP, but I've always had the title "The Art of Not Giving Enough Love," and we both agreed that we're not going to take ourselves too serious on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, it's special to me because I wrote this one in Tahoe. I wrote it literally in front of all of our friends there. And I was able to get some input from everybody that was in that Airbnb. And the fast part, because it starts off slow and then it just kicks into overdrive. I wrote the fast part in Tahoe and everybody just dug it. To me, it perfectly encapsulates the album. It's a dumb album, but that's the point,
Yeah, it's just
the fight was so depressing that we didn't want to make that our identity. It's fuck it, dude. We're just gonna do what we want. If it's stupid, it's stupid. If it's sad and depressing, it's sad and depressing. But we don't want to make that our identity.
Yeah, so
we just want to do what we want to do.
Yeah, just a departure from, I don't want to say taking yourself seriously, but coming from a more serious place, I guess.
Yeah, it's just pretty much not holding yourself to a certain standard, because I don't want to be just strictly doing sad songs. So
Gotcha.
This album's kind of it broke the mold, and I feel like this album perfectly represents what I want High Old Friend to be. So yeah, it's pretty much, the song itself is about just not giving a shit what anybody thinks about you and just doing things your own way. What people like, how people judge you, what they say about you. Fuck it, just do you.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to convey in that song.
That's a good sentiment. Now we move on from that. That's the standard of the album is just do what you want. We go into Skate or Die. Did you release this one already?
Yeah, that was the first single off the album.
And I don't quite remember it, but what was it, the concept, and what does it mean to you?
Skateboarding is life. So I wanted to write what I think would be on a Tony Hawk soundtrack. That's literally the whole point of the song.
I love that, actually.
The song was originally going to be called Pro Skater 8, and then I learned what trademark laws are, so I couldn't use it. But Skate or Die, I think it's. I when I told people at work what the song was going to be called, they kept correcting me. It's Skate or Die. Skate or Die. I was like, no, it's Skate or Die.
It's no, why are you correcting me on my own title here?
Yeah. It's you die, skater. But yeah, it's pretty much just you live life by the board. That's the best way I could explain it.
That's hard as fuck.
That's the best way I could explain it. It's literally just a song about skateboarding.
That's great. And the skater culture, it's always been not giving a fuck kind of culture, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that one was influenced by a lot of bands from the Tony Hawk games, such as Millencolin, Agent Orange, Lagwagon, a bunch of skate punk bands that got their name out there because of the Tony Hawk games.
That's good. Maybe Pro Skater 8 will come out and they'll throw it on the track list, dude. Who knows?
They got to make an original game first instead of fucking remaking the old games.
All right, and when we move on from that, it's just a big feel good, Skate or Die, whatever. We go to Puppy Deaf. I wonder what that could represent. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's called Puppy Deaf, so that way Deaf Puppy can't sue me. Once
Dude,
again, trademark
I
loss.
know we're really focused on the trademarks here.
Yeah, I'm playing it safe.
I got you.
Speaking of Skate or Die, when that song first came out, I used a snippet from the new Tony Hawk game as the intro. And then my old guitarist, Matt, messaged me. He was like, how'd you get the license to use that? I was like, oh, fuck.
Like, what license?
I was like, I only used like 5 seconds. So I fucking re-recorded it of like me actually skating and like tripping. And just threw it in there really quick. And
Yeah,
just
I don't know. You
re-released
should be
it.
fine, man.
Yeah.
Like,
But Puppy Deaf, I've been telling people that I was going to make a song about Deaf Puppy and pretty much how we all came together at karaoke. And that's basically what the song's about. It starts off like me finding the place before it even opened up. Because I think back in 2023, that was when they first put the sign up for Deaf Puppy Comedy Club coming soon.
Yeah.
And at first, like, there was no mention of karaoke at all. I was just thinking, cool, comedy club, go see some shows in our city. It's right down the street from my house.
Yep.
And then I think maybe a month or two into its opening, Sierra messaged me and she was like, hey, they got karaoke. So we checked it out. And the thing with Deaf Puppy Karaoke, now it's always a good time. There's always a lot of people. And they just make that place a lot, like, feel alive. Everybody's there to support each other. But when we first started going, there wasn't fucking anybody.
I know.
Maybe like 6 people max.
I came with you guys a couple of those times, and it was like, yeah, maybe 5 or 6 people. I was up there singing Holy Diver to nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But the more that, like, we kept going and the more that we kept telling our friends, they would come, they would enjoy it, they would tell their friends. And now we have, like, a whole giant community of just all of our friends coming out and just supporting one another or just hanging out in the back patio and fucking around. But that song just encapsulates all of that. And it has my favorite riff on the album, too.
Ooh, nice.
I've been holding that riff for like 2 years now. So I felt like it's a feel-good, like, party song. You know, just like you and your friends just having a good time fucking around. That's the perfect riff for it.
Okay, it's a good song to have, especially for what it's about. You know, that's a good theme for it.
That song in particular is probably like the song I'm most excited for everyone to hear because it is all about all of them.
Yeah, man, we got to throw that shit on Carafun so we can do it on stage for the one time.
I'd be so fucking down for that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, that place has grown. It's changed a lot since the initial, like, forming of the groups and stuff. But I don't know. For us in particular, me and Sierra, we've kind of got it's changed in a strange way, but it's still fun when we go, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do get burned out from it from time to time. Like, I'll get in my little moods, like the moods I was that inspired the fight.
Yeah.
And I'll allow myself to take breaks from it, but when I do come back, like, I'm always reminded, like, why I love that place so much. And then the fourth song, this was the first song actually that me and Joseph wrote for the album, and it has the best title.
And this is If God Could.
If God Could Roundhouse Kick.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I thought Roundhouse Kick was a separate song.
No.
That's fucking awesome, actually.
So,
like,
like,
let's get the story on this one.
so, like, the people that know me, they know that like, one of my favorite things is martial arts films. Like, two of my favorite movies of all time are Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Chinese Connection with Bruce Lee. I just thought, what better way to, like, set the tone for this one. Really sets the tone for the album because this was the first song that was written. I was like, what better way to, like, not give a fuck and write a song about just martial arts. I told Joseph, I was like, I'm gonna call it "If God Could Roundhouse Kick." He was like, "That's fucking sick."
Dude, I had the same thought. Dude, I was like, if God could, I was thinking it was like some like introspective deep song, and now I'm like, oh, if God could roundhouse kick. Yeah, because I thought that would be like the one little deep song, but no, if God could roundhouse kick.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh, what's the energy of that one though?
So it starts off with a little tiny sample from Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon. There's a scene in there during the final fight where he kicks this motherfucker across the whole room. Like they put a dummy for Bruce Lee just to kick as hard as he could, as hard as he could fucking
just
make
it look as campy as possible.
Yeah, and I always like just love the intensity of that sound, so I threw that in there. And as soon as like he kicks, that just jumps straight into the song. Like pretty much that kick just sets the fucking tempo. It's just a fast, it's a sing-along song too. The chorus, like I really wanted to make it like you could just sing along to it.
Yeah.
And I think the lyrics in there are pretty funny too, because like it just goes to show like how deep the song is. The first line's, "I want to be Norris and beat the fuck out of bad guys."
Fuck, dude. I had a total different thought of that when I said if God could. I was like, dude, that's deep.
So yeah, the chorus was the first thing written for the song, and I just didn't want to worship them for the whole song, so I wrote a little story in the verses of like this little kid who gets bullied at school, and he looks up to these guys, and he learns how to fight so he could fuck up the bullies at school.
Like he's out here fighting like Van Damme.
Yeah.
About to have an issue.
He learns how to roundhouse kick, and then he fucking kicks his bully in the head.
Oh my goodness. Based on a true story. And okay, so next is Agent Orange Juice, and that's another single that you.
Yeah, that was the second single released. Easily the dumbest song title on the album, but it actually does have meaning because I wanted to pay tribute to one of my favorite punk bands, Agent Orange. They created like the whole surf skate punk sound back in the early 80s. And just recently, like I've started to get heavily into them. Their first album, Living in Darkness, is one of my favorite songs, or favorite albums, and that's a album where the title track is the closing song. But yeah, I really love Agent Orange, so I wanted to incorporate their name into a song. Unfortunately, it just had to be Agent Orange Juice.
And as far as the lyrical content, what is that one talking about?
So like with how Skate or Die is skateboarding is life, this one's skateboarding is not life. It's pretty much just, I wrote it through the perspective of a cranky old man that's just is tired of seeing the skaters roll down the street fucking shit up, so he decides to fuck them up. Whether it be like throwing a stick in the road, that way they trip and fall. Like that's what he gets off on, just watching them get hurt.
Oh, what an evil fella.
Literally, like I just wanted to write a hardcore song for the album, and those lyrics just popped in my head. But that was the first song I wrote, or that was actually the first original song that I recorded for the album, because I had the house to myself for a little bit, and on that song I scream. Like all the verses are just screamed at the top of my lungs. I couldn't talk for like the next 2 days.
Dude, I feel that, having the house to yourself and having to take advantage of it. I feel that shit heavy.
Yeah, so just to have the comfort of knowing that nobody can hear me fucking constantly fuck up these verses, because my voice would keep cracking.
Yep.
That was nice. Just being able to record that alone.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got the freedom to scream into your microphone a few times. It's always tough, like when you don't have a studio, and there's not much room in your house or something like that. Like you got a weird situation. Like I've always had weird situations with my shit, recording everything. I'm just having to take advantage of the time you have, like alone. Like,
Yeah.
like it's always important.
But yeah, that's one of my favorites, easily, just because of how just stupid it is.
It's a common theme of the album is stupid.
Yeah, it's just a have fun. Don't
Yeah.
don't take yourself too serious album.
Yeah, I gotcha. We got Pinballed. That could be.
So the story behind this one is back in August, me and my friend Justin, shout out Justin, we got into pinball heavily, and we've been to a bunch of pinball places.
What sparked that interest initially?
So the whole pinball story, I've always liked pinball. Like anytime like we went to a place where there was a machine, I had to play it. So, and I had like a little toy pinball machine when I was like 5 years old, and I remember playing that a lot, playing 3D space pinball on the computer.
Yeah.
I think what like really got the obsession going was when we went to Stockton Con last year. They had this dude was who runs an arcade. He had a couple of machines set up. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll play some pinball. And then when I was actually playing it, like, that was the first time I got, like, lost into the game. Like, I was playing it, and, like, it fully hit me, like, this is fun as fuck. I love this. Because it just takes your mind off of, like, everything. You're just focused on the ball, trying to keep it afloat. And then when you, like, hit the rails on the machines, that's the most satisfying shit. Especially if it's an elaborate table with, like, some pretty complex rails.
Yeah.
It's just cool to watch the ball go on the rails. So, as the months went by, the obsession grew.
Out of hand, dare I say.
To the point where we'll fucking drive out like an hour out of town just to go find a place to play pinball.
That's fucking awesome, actually.
Shout out Das Flipper House, shout out the Flipper Room, and shout out Capital Pinball Center. They're all Sacramento pinball places. I told Justin I'm gonna write a song about pinball.
And look where we're at. Look where we are.
But this thing about this song is that it's sung through the perspective of the ball.
Oh, that's a rough life.
Like, because every time you play and you just lose immediately,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm just thinking, that ball's an evil motherfucker. So it's about the ball fucking you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's dumb. But what other song isn't dumb on this album? Yeah, I really like this one because, like, with Skate or Die or If God Could Roundhouse Kick, I threw in some pinball sounds to start out the song, and I think it just kicks into I think it's the heaviest riff on the album. And then you actually, like, hear the lyrics. It's a fun song.
That's an interesting concept, like writing from the perspective of the ball in pinball.
Like I said,
That's
this
fun.
album's not about just not giving a fuck, writing
Yeah,
what you want to write.
I mean, that's fun, dude. I love that. Like conceptually, I think that's my favorite one. But my favorite title is still If God Could Roundhouse Kick. That's an amazing title. And the next one we got Sappy Love Song featuring Richie Vans. What was the collaboration like with old Richie?
So I would say probably November 2024. He hit me up saying, like, hey, I really want to be on one of your guys' songs. I was like, all right, sounds good. I was like, I'll write up a song, and I'll send it to you, like, once I have a scratch track. And then immediately he was like, cool, yeah, what's the song going to be about? Well, when are we going to start? I was like,
He's overzealous.
I kind of had to put my foot down a little bit and tell him, like, I'm going to write it. You're just going to sing on it.
Yeah.
And I'll send you what I got when I have it. Serious writer block hit because we just finishing up the fight. Like, I put all of my effort into that album. I was completely just writer blocked out. I had nothing. So I told him, I'm like, I can't think of anything right now, but when I do, you will definitely be on it. Fast forward to September, I just got like this fucking boom of creativity, and I was writing song after song after song. But I still couldn't figure out what to write for him.
He has an interesting tone to him.
And then I thought, you know what? I'll play to his strengths. I wrote a love song. If any of you guys know me, I don't write love songs. That's
Actually,
just not me.
it's the antithesis of love songs, is what you write typically, I would say.
Like heartbreak and just pain. No, but I wrote a love song, and it's the corniest fucking love song I've ever like.
Yeah, that's the idea, though, right?
Yeah, I remember because I think throughout my junior year, I had a notebook just solely dedicated to song lyrics, and I had like 3 albums worth of lyrics in that notebook. And for what was supposed to be the first album, that was when I met my ex, Stephanie.
Right.
We're cool now, so
That's good.
there was like a shitload of love songs on there, and I found that notebook and I read them back, and I was like, that shit's so cringe. I'm never writing another love song again. So yeah, I wrote another love song. Fucking
Yeah, about nobody in particular, just general love song.
just to have Richie on the song. Yeah, fucking 9 years later, I write another love song. So the original title was going to be called "Sell Out Love Song." I felt like I was selling out.
Fuck, man.
And then the lyrics were really sappy, so the title just changed to "Sappy Love Song." And I wrote his verse. I sent him the scratch track of like how I'd want him to deliver the lines, because the verses are kind of fast, so you got to get the delivery just right. And once he was ready, I sent him what I had like finalized so far. It just needed his verse. And once he sent it back to me, I was like, this is pretty good. I dig this. Like I wasn't sure how his song, or like how his voice would sound on like on a straight punk song, but it actually fit in more than I thought it would.
Yeah, it molds well, blends in together.
Yeah, because he has that twang in his voice. Like I think it worked for what he usually does, like the Blue-Eyed Soul.
Yeah, his soul acoustic stuff. Yeah.
But after hearing that, like that kind of gave me like confidence that he could actually pull off doing pop punk.
Yeah, we'll see what he has cooking. I'm not even sure if he's working on anything or what kind of projects he has going on. Seems like he always has something going on.
Yeah, he always tells me that he's gonna start working on his debut album.
His debut album.
Yeah, I'm excited for it though. He wants me to write some bass lines for it. I told him, I'm like, all right, but under the condition that we actually are in the same room, because I don't want to do like sending ideas just back and forth. Like I want to be in the room with you to write it out.
That's obnoxious. I do like the collaboration part of everything. I don't know what your relationship is with that, but I really enjoy bouncing off people.
I don't do it too often because I feel like I'm too critical on myself to where like I want to have full control of it. So I'm almost kind of scared to ask some like people for help. And also I feel like I got to mention this. I would say around the time, because I released a single Spooky Shit.
Yeah.
I would say before I was about to start writing that, Joseph announced that he wasn't going to continue with Hild Friend, which 100% I respect his decision, he has more important things going on in his life, and I would never knock him on that. Like, I 100% support him in what he has going on, like what he has to take care of. But yeah, when Spooky Shit was about to go into production, that's when High Old Friend became like my solo thing now.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that, but yeah, this whole album is just me.
Well, if that's the case, what's as far as your writing style, how does it compare relative to the fight to now? Is it like so it's all from you, but what is the key differences you would say between the two, like writing wise?
I just let things flow more natural now. Like, with the fight, I was a lot more focused on just making shit make sense. Like, I would be looking at a lyric and I'd be like, nah, that doesn't flow together too well. Let me change this up. That way it's like structured a little bit better. This time, like, I just wrote what I wanted to and tried not to alter it too much. So it's a lot more of like a loose songwriting style. I just wanted to have fun with it. And I feel like this was way more fun to record than the fight. And especially because I was a lot more comfortable recording. Like, when we did the fight, I was pretty much learning on the spot on how to record music. This time, now that I have that album and 3 singles to go along with it, Pink Flowers and Fluffy Bunny, which I feel like that fucking song's gonna go to the grave with me. Love and Gunpowder, which nobody likes that song. Or nobody cares about that song. And Spooky Shit. I feel like production has just gotten better since. And I feel like the best that I could do with what I have is perfectly represented on this album.
Yeah, you're kind of growing into yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting comfortable. Like, I feel like I know how to navigate being in a band, and especially being in a one-man band now.
Yeah, and I also want to, like, as far as like live shows, like being a solo act, I imagine it would be difficult to even get started to try to do that. So I'm wondering, what is the timeline, do you think, for like a live High Old Friend performance?
I feel like I've been saying oh yeah, sometime in the spring for 2 years now.
It's a long time to spring.
I actually set a goal for myself August last year. Me and my friend Preston, we went to this little music festival in Modesto. They do this every year. It's called Modstock. And I've been to every one of them since 2021. So, yeah, once they started going up again after COVID in 2021, I've been to every one since. And each year, like, I leave that feeling inspired because it's just a big group of musicians coming together to put this festival on. But last year in particular, watching all these bands go up there and just do their thing, I told myself, like, I'm gonna fucking be up there next year. So that's the goal. Whatever comes before that, just have to wait and see. But my goal is to play Modstock, because it's a big community of bands just coming together to make this happen, and I really fucking admire that. I want to be in that community.
And do you believe to be on pace for something like that?
Once the album drops on February 13th, I'm going to start making the backing tracks. So I'll just take out, because I'm a bassist at heart, I want to play the bass on stage. That's the instrument I'm the most comfortable with. So I'll just take out the bass and the vocals and find a way to, like, have my setup on stage. That way I could just start the backing tracks and just get comfortable playing to them. So, and I know Brady from Def Puppy. He's the bartender at Def Puppy. He's been telling me, like, if I ever wanted to play there, then I could. But, yeah, I just got to get comfortable playing to them. That was the whole point of karaoke at first, was just to get comfortable singing in front of people again.
Yeah.
Because it's been 2 years to that point since Suburban Paradise broke up. I just wanted to learn how to, like, be able to sing in front of a crowd.
Yeah, and that's helped a lot, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because when I would go up there, I would just sing my song and then leave. But now I don't mind talking shit to the crowd a little bit. Like,
yes.
Every fucking song I do now, I'm always, like, promoting Hi Old Friend. And, like, I'll tell them, I'll be like, stream the song. I check my analytics, motherfuckers. I'll know if you do or not.
Sure, that's a good advertisement. And I feel like Def Puppy would be a good spot for you to, get started and get some practice in.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of low stakes. So I feel like that would be a really good place for you to start.
Plus, I feel like a lot of our friends would go, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Especially because, like, that is our spot. Yeah. What was the next song on the album?
Yeah, so we stopped at Sappy Love Song with Richie Valens, and now we're on Lost and Found.
Okay, yeah.
Where are we going with this one?
This is my favorite song on the album. This one was originally going to be for the second solo album. I wrote this. I actually had it recorded all acoustic, but then we got started with Hi Old Friend again, and I just knew, like, this was a song that I was going to hold on to. And it didn't really fit the vibes of the fight that much, but it's not a goofy song. Like, I wouldn't say this is a dumb song. This one, like, it's probably the most serious on the album. It's pretty much about, like, just staying true to yourself and just finding who you are, not letting, like, people try to tear you down. And I guess in the way it's kind of similar to the title track, but it's different. Like, somebody trying to control you, you kind of break free from that and just realize, like, who you are. Like, being who you are is not wrong. It's fine. I don't know. I was in my feels when I wrote that one like 2 years ago.
I could tell you're having a little reaction to it now, even just thinking about it.
But hearing the song come to life, the way that it was supposed to sound the whole time, because it just never felt right just being all acoustic. I got a little emotional recording that one, because I feel most of any song on the album, like, this is exactly the way that I wanted it to sound. Like, this the perfect sound. And after I was done with, like, the bass recording, like, once, like, the bass of the song was done, I got to go in and add a little bit of guitar work to it just to fill out some of the empty spaces where there's no vocals. And I was playing around with like, melodies, and I was able to fit one into the chorus that I think just elevates the song a lot more. And I'm the most proud of this one.
Like, from a musical standpoint and a writing standpoint.
Yes. Because it's not the most deep song I've ever written, but I feel like when I wrote it back in 2023, I was going through some shit, and that song helped with what I was going through.
So the title's Lost and Found. How does that, like, what does that mean in the song?
Like, feeling lost, like, you don't know who you are, like, somebody's trying to, like, change you or control you in a certain direction that doesn't fit for you. And then eventually finding, like, who you are, or possibly, like, the way you were before you lost yourself. Like, it's fine. Like, you're fine the way you are. So that song of all the other ones means the most to me.
That's good. I noticed you having a reaction to it, and I'm looking forward to hearing. I'm looking forward to hearing it and seeing how it relates.
I actually I was not anticipating getting a little emotional talking about that.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it sounds like a concept that a lot of people can relate to. I think I relate to that as well. So I look forward to hearing that one, especially since you're so proud of it. I enjoy seeing you proud of the work you put into it. I think it'll be nice.
That one, that one, I would say is probably the second oldest song on the album. The next one's the oldest.
The oldest, yeah. I recognize the title. It's called "Apathetic," which is a old song from an old album that you have.
Yeah. So this one, I'm pretty sure it was written in December of 2021. We practiced it a couple of times as Suburban Paradise before they moved, but we were never able to fully flesh it out. But that was it's a song, doesn't directly relate to me, but pretty much when I went through a breakup, it's how I wish I would have reacted. Just not giving a fuck.
Yeah, it's actually perfect for the theme of the album right there.
Yeah. A lot of the album is just based around not giving a fuck, and I feel like this song's the most of that.
The most not giving a fucky song on the album. Yeah, I remember because this was on your acoustic one, right?
Yeah. The reason why I brought this one back is because I had a song that I was writing for it, but I just could not fucking get it right. It was going to be called High Life, after Miller High Life.
Yeah, of course. Been drunk on those a number of times.
Yeah, that's good shit. So I couldn't get it down, and I was running out of time because I made schedules for the whole recording project, progress. I wanted to get the songs written before November because I wanted to strictly dedicate November to just recording. And I just didn't have enough time, so I remember you said that you liked that song.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. Somebody likes that one. I'll pull it out again.
And it's perfect for the theme, too, so that works out perfect. I also I love just your emotion on that specifically is what grabs me. Your vocal performance on it.
Yeah, this one, it's a little bit different than the acoustic version, the Inside My Head version. It's a little bit more sarcastic because I feel like the verses on the acoustic version were a little bit more angrier, and that's not the vibe of the song. It's pretty much okay, we're done. Fuck you. That's it.
Yeah, it should be just a nonchalant fucking see ya kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more snarky and sarcastic on this version. But once you actually have the full band in it, it just brings it to life so much more. And I wrote a few more lines in the first verse as well to really just drive home the point of the song. Mm-hmm. It's all right, you're done with me, I'm done with you, I'm moving on. You'll miss me when I'm gone, but I'm not gonna miss you.
Yeah.
And
that's good and empowering.
Yeah, I'm just glad now it's finally going to be heard the way that I always wanted it to be heard.
The way you envisioned it initially when writing it.
Yeah, that first time we jammed it out as Suburban Paradise. This is the true version of Apathetic.
That's good. I'm looking forward to that one a lot because I liked the acoustic one a lot when you released it initially.
And it's the longest song on the album too. It's almost somehow 4.5 minutes.
Damn, that's ages.
I mean, every song's 2 minutes, just barely hitting 3. So just having like an extra fucking minute and a half, it's like, whoa, where did that come
I know,
from?
and a string of songs that are like 2-3 minutes long, 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes seems like an
Yeah, and
eternity.
it's not even a ballad. Like it's one of the fastest songs on the album. How is the fastest song like the longest one?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's longer than the initial, the first one, right? The first version.
Yeah, because of the added lines that I threw in.
Yeah. Well, through Apathetic. After that is Jim. We know Jim. I've heard a couple ballads on Jim.
Yeah, so this one was a standalone single that I wrote for my solo acoustic project. It wasn't part of any album. It was just a single. Jim is my cat. He's orange. And he's filled with anxiety. He's always scared of everybody except for me. So,
Oh yeah, go for it.
so yeah, Jim is my cat. He's my BFF. He's orange and anxiety filled. And every time somebody comes over, he just runs and hides. And a couple of times, like, my parents have told me that he'll just hide out in my room until I get back from work. And as soon as he hears me, he'll run and just, like, jump into my arms. So the song's about him, like, through his perspective. But I remember when I first released it as an acoustic song, I never told anybody that.
Yeah.
So they thought it was just like a deeply like obsessive song. And then I just break it to them like, yeah, this is my cat.
Yeah, it's about my cat. I'm not I'm not Jim, brother.
But yeah, this song, I will admit this song was just strictly like, I don't want to call it filler because I still think it's a good song, but I didn't have anything else to write. And I wanted to make it to 12 tracks. But
I like how you're grabbing stuff from earlier in your little tenor as a musician and bringing them back here. Like I enjoy that you're coming back to old projects and
yeah,
putting new twists on them.
I feel like they deserve new life because that's not the way that I intended to record them. I didn't want to do them acoustic, but that's all I had. But once I actually learned how to like record my amps through my interface, I immediately just wanted to go back and record all those old songs and finally like make them the way that I've always envisioned them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just having a full band behind them.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you had the opportunity to kind of get that going and come back to them and re-release them under like with more of your vision intact.
Yeah.
You got that old song, old track, and then we follow it up with oh, cool, Gwen Stefani cover. Got it.
Yes.
How does that work for you?
So I love this song. I've always loved. I'm not the biggest No Doubt fan. Like there's a bunch of songs that I like from them, but I fucking love Gwen Stefani's solo shit, especially from that first album.
I was a huge Sweet Escape fan.
Mm-hmm.
That was my stuff right there.
Cool has always been one of my favorite songs, and when I tell people that, they're always surprised because they think I just strictly listen to punk and metal. It's like, nah, dude. Like,
nah, man,
I like a bunch of pop shit.
Yeah, there's some nuance here, man.
It's like, dude, I like 5 Seconds of Summer, and I'm not afraid to say that. Their new album slaps. But yeah, I've always thought about this one sounding like a punk song, so I eventually just stopped talking about it and I actually went and recorded it. When I said that Asian Orange Juice was the first original that I recorded, Cool was actually the first song recorded because I recorded this one back in July. And I knew it was gonna I didn't want to just release it by itself. I always felt like it would go together good with some originals, but yeah, I knew that this one was gonna be on the album. I think it honestly sounds good and it fits with the rest of the album. And it's kind of a nice diversion from the rest of the album too, because a lot of the songs are just like fast paced and just kind of all over the place. But this one kind of slows it down a little bit. It's melodic.
I feel like it's a good precursor to an outro track, which would be the next one. And that's Amigos, or Bromigos, rather.
Bromigos. So back in October, we took me and Justin, we took our friend Daniel to go play pinball, trying to get him into the pinball cult.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, we don't get to like all three of us, all us three. I feel like everything always goes back to us three, because those two were the first friends I made when I moved to Manteca. So I feel like everything always links back to them. Like some of the people I've met that are still like my good friends, I've met through Justin and Daniel. And I just wanted to write a song about them. Because
is it lighthearted, or is there, you get a little deep in there?
it's pretty lighthearted. It's there's nothing dumb about it. Like it's pretty sincere. I feel with this one's probably the slowest song on the album, but it still has just like a steady like punk energy to it.
Yeah.
Until like the very end, then it kind of just punches like full force again, and then just to add like more sentiment to it, I wrote a bass outro where it's playing the chord progression just on bass, and then I added one last verse to kind of just send the album off. And it's pretty much just like going through our history when we first met in 2012. All the stupid shit that we've done, you know, like riding our bikes to school, just shit talking each other all the time.
Yeah.
When we made Jackass Rampage, that was our little.
Yeah, man.
It was supposed to be a combination of Jackass and just gameplay footage, but we were too scared to get hurt on camera.
I get it.
I think the most daring thing we've ever done was I had the Spider-Man Zentai, like a full bodysuit, and I just got done being grounded, so I got all my game consoles back, and we thought it'd be funny if I dressed up as Spider-Man and just fucking ran around my block with my Xbox in my hand, screaming like, I got my Xbox back, I got my Xbox back.
Incredible.
So it recounts that.
Does that video exist still?
Yeah, it does.
All right, cool. I'm gonna look that up later.
Yeah, it's a very fucking old video. I haven't hit puberty yet. And the funny thing is, Daniel hasn't either, but he still sounds the same.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that one alongside Lost and Found, those two mean the most to me, because I got emotional writing it, because it was just unlocking a bunch of memories, especially like in the last I guess you could say it's the bridge part where it like kicks into overdrive. There's a lot of like stuff that only we would know, like, because that's the stuff that we've been through our whole friendship. And when I was done recording it, I sent it to both of them, and Justin told me that he started crying.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Cry, bitch.
I was like, good, because it came from my heart.
That's good.
But I feel like that was the perfect way to close the album, because it starts like, it just starts out full force, but it ends like on a sweet note.
Yeah, it feels that way with the last three kind of being, I mean, not, with the exception of the Cool cover, they seem a little more personable for the last three.
One thing that I thought about when I was going through the track listing, like organizing the songs, I feel like in a way, like Sappy Love Song, Lost and Found, and Apathetic, they kind of link together and kind of like form like a little story, because the way that I was looking at it, and I'm hoping that when everybody listens to the album, they'll get this too. Like Sappy Love Song starts out fresh in love, everything's good, everything's jolly. Then Lost and Found's like maybe that partner is trying to change you into somebody that you're just not, and you're realizing like, nah, I'm not this person. So you just kind of set off and do your own thing. You realize that they're not good, and you go and do your own thing. And Apathetic's like, after all that time of them trying to change you and just beat you down, you don't give a fuck about them anymore.
Yeah, it's the after processing of the heartbreak.
Yeah. So I think like those three songs I put intentionally to like tell a little bit of a story, but now that I'm saying it here, hopefully people, when they listen to the album, will see that now too. And then Cool could be like an epilogue.
Yeah.
Like they made amends, and they're better off as just friends.
Oh, that's cool. And do you think that kind of parallels how you feel about somebody in particular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like between the course of the fight and this album, The Art of Not Giving a Fluff, I've changed too. Like, I've become a lot more forgiving because I feel like at times, especially like the whole fight, I would say when Suburban Paradise broke up to the fight, like, I was just fucking miserable. I never wanted to admit it, but I knew deep down, like, I was miserable. It came in waves. Like, there would be times where I'd be fine, and then there would be times where it just hits me like a truck, and I just held, like, a lot of fucking grudges with people.
A lot of resentment.
Yeah. Like, it didn't take much to just, like, for me to just say, like, fuck you, I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
What changed about that in particular? Was it an event or just your way of thinking changed?
I don't know if, like, there's an exact point where it made me, like, I don't know if there's an exact point where I changed. I think it was just years of just working on myself, learning to, like, forgive, and, like, just kind of looking from the outside in, seeing, like, don't hold on to shit like that. Like, don't hold on to pointless shit, pretty much.
Yeah, I've had to learn that also, and I had to do it the hard way. But I feel like we both have kind of broken through that and are better people for it.
Yeah, I feel like with this album in particular, it was a way of healing too. Like, the fight was me at my worst. Now this is me. This is me, like, the way, like, happy. Because I was in a very good headspace when I was writing these songs.
That's good. I love to hear that. That's a good way to kind of close it out here. It's But anything else you want to talk about with the album? Anything in particular maybe something you want people to take away from it?
Yeah. The Art of Not Giving a Fluff, out everywhere February 13th. If this podcast comes out via after that, I hope you guys have been enjoying the album. And one thing that I would wish for you guys to take away from it is don't take shit too serious. The Art of Not Giving a Fluff. It's more than just a title. It's like sometimes you just gotta look at things and just be like, it's not that serious. It's like you don't need to beat yourself down over certain stuff. Just, I don't know. It's kind of.
I gotcha. It's just a broad spectrum of just stop giving a shit. Yeah. Stop giving a fuck.
Just be yourself. Don't let people get you down. That album title alone, I just came up with it because it sounded silly. But if you think about it, there's a lot of ways that there's a lot of different meanings that title can convey. But yeah, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. You want to plug some socials and do the whole thing?
Yeah. You could follow the band Instagram at Hi Old Friend Band, and you could follow my Instagram, Jacob.R, but it's JAYKUP.R.
Jacob.
People actually think that's how you spell my name. Still to this day.
Yeah.
And you can check out my YouTube too. There's a bunch of like old movies on there. Some that Jesse was in.
Yeah, I've died twice in his movies. It's pretty sick.
I still think Christmas Scream was the best thing that I've ever filmed.
I love that thing. I just watch it at night sometimes, and before I go to bed. It's like it's a little comfort movie. It's like you put on like some comfort Christmas movie. That's what it reminds me of.
I agree. I think I feel like when you watch that one, you could just tell how much fun it was to make.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to go check out a bunch of old independent fan films, you can go check out my YouTube, Jacob, JYKUP, and you can see some of the old music videos I've made too, and hopefully some future music videos.
Yep. And you can see